Let's make a sculpture of Jake and a grapefruit from Adventure Time using this salvage salt shaker. I got this vintage orange or lemon salt shaker set at an antique store a few years ago that accidentally got knocked over and broke thanks to my brother. But instead of throwing it away, I'd always wanted to make a sculpture of Jake and a grapefruit from Adventure Time, and I thought this one half that's still intact would make the perfect base. The first thing that I'm noticing here is that there are way too many of these segments going on. To get rid of all these ridges, I'm just going to go in with epoxy sculpt and cover it all up, which is also going to allow me to just kind of go in and carve my own segments. So this is what we're looking like so far. I'm going to attempt now to try to sculpt Jake's face, which is pretty small, so we'll see how that goes. And here's what it's looking like the next morning. We got Jake's little face on there and everything, so I think now we're finally ready to go in with some paint. And we're only going to be painting the inside. I do want to leave the outside looking like its original salt shaker self. We're going to start by painting the rind, then the flesh, or whatever that's called, like the inside part, the grapefruit, the pink part. I'm going to stop for a minute and work on Jake here. I do want him to have the little outlines on his face, and because he's just so tiny, I think I'm going to go in all the crevices with a bit of black, and then go in with yellow on top, avoiding any of the crevices. Then we're going to add the rest of the details, if I had any paint on my brush. There we go. Doink, doink. Now we're just going to seal everything up with some Mod Podge. And here he is, all finished, our little Jake in a grapefruit. He turned out so cute. Oh my goodness, I love him. I did go back and add some gloss here on the segments to help them look nice and juicy. And I ended up really liking the contrast of like the more realistic texture on the bottom and then the cartooniness on top. And I know there's going to be some people mad at me for defacing a vintage salt shaker, but I've given it new life, okay? I think it's cute. But as for how we're going to display it, it does have this hole on the back here where the stopper used to go, which acts as the perfect little nail hole to hang it up on the wall.